We bout that business, boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field, Buckeye Bill bout that business, that business, boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck, Lady Buck, about that business, that business. We trending on retreat, we bout that business, all we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, that business. Competition can't compete, we bout that business, I'm number one, I feel it in my cleats. Hey, we got facts, we got stats, not to mention trending topics. You the champ, no that's cap, drilling, killing all the guys. Please don't try that, boy, you know we hotter, boy, making all kind of noise. We on fire, what you know about them Ohio boys? We bout that business, boy, we bout that business. It get real up in that field, Buckeye Bill bout that business, that business, boy, we bout that business. This all hustle, this ain't luck, Lady Buck, about that business, that business. We trending on retreat, we bout that business, all we know is win, ain't no defeat. We bout that business, that business. Competition can't compete, we bout that business, I'm number one, I feel it in my cleats.
Hey.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, Nitty. Hey, Rough Buck.
What's happening, Lady Buck? What's going on tonight?
Everything. Hey, Village. Thanks for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, engage with us, debate with us, and share. Okay? Tell your friends to tell their friends. So, we want to get some more followers. We are close to that 1,500 mark on every platform. So let's keep going. It only goes up from here because one thing we don't do over here about that business is quit. So we want y'all to go on the ride with us today. What's going on? How you doing, Nitty?
Sure, man. I'm lovely. How about
yourself?
Doing
well. Buckeye Bill is not joining us tonight, nor is J Buck. J Buck had another engagement, and Buckeye Bill as well. You know, he's watching his daughter graduate. So we want to, give her a shout out and give all the graduates. It's that time of year, folks. People are graduating and moving on. I mean, they're graduating from high school and college, and some of them are getting their doctorates. Speaking of which, we've got somebody's doctorate in question, but we'll talk about that later. But they're getting their masters, they're getting their bachelors, they're moving up in the world. So we want to congratulate all of them and thank you guys for sticking around to do that with us. So what's going on, Rough Buck?
Oh, is that me?
Rough Buck? Yeah, I think I heard just a little bit of
How about now?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, cool. I'm doing great tonight, man. I'm blessed to be here. So anything else is secondary.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know we've got a lot on the agenda tonight. Let's see, not a whole lot, but there's been a couple of things that's happened in the sports world. But before we do that, we're going to do our graduation edition. We want to show some love. So we'll get straight down to business here. So this beautiful queen, this is Buckeye Bill's daughter. She is scheduled to graduate on Saturday. Today is actually her celebration. Her name is Ariana. She is graduating from Arizona State. So, hasn't been an easy road. College is hard for all of us and hasn't been an easy road. She changed universities, decided she wanted to be more true to herself. And she put herself first and went and did it. So we want to give her a round of applause because she did it. So she is going on to medical school. Her dream is to be a doctor. She's actually, she's done some interesting projects while she was in college. She actually, 2 years ago, was selected to go to Africa.
Oh, okay.
And where they are actually doing research for HIV and AIDS medication, and which is something near to dear to her heart. And so, out of maybe about 20 people, you had to be really top notch. She was chosen to go on that trip to Africa, and so that was really, really a nice thing. I'll give her
Amen.
an opportunity. So congratulations, Ariana. Do it big. The world is yours. Congratulations. And then we got somebody who's getting ready to get started. He's graduating. He is graduating from high school. So you notice where it all starts. His name is Darius, and this is Rough Buck's son. Rough Buck, give us some more insight on Mr. Darius.
Oh man, he's the last of the Mohicans. He's a smart kid. You know, I love him to death. He loves, his passion is bowling, and he just has fun with it. You know, because me and my dad started off, and so now he's in there. He's just like him and his brother. They both go at each other at bowling like I do with my dad. So he's just clearing the name out.
Congratulations, Darius. Let me see. I'm hearing some interference.
That would be Big Red.
Okay, yeah. I put him on mute for a minute. So, Mr. Darius, hear about that business. Listen, this is just getting started for you. And I'm hoping, I hope you see this message. The world is yours. The world is yours. And you graduate when you're supposed to.
Absolutely.
Okay. It's not what everybody else is doing. It's when it's time for you to get your paper, that's when you get it, when you are supposed to. Feel free to change your mind along the way. You know, exercise, try to use your discipline. You know, it's not going to be easy, but try to enjoy. These will be the best times of your life, Darius. So, again, we're going to give him a round of applause, young man. There's nothing you can never learn.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
You're very, very welcome. Very welcome. And on a sour note, sorry to end on such a sour note. Now that we're going to move to the sports, and I'll let you guys take it from here. I want to welcome Big Reg too, and I'll take him off of mute in a second. Let me do that. We just heard some interference. So, unfortunately, we had this happen in the news this week. I'll let you guys, take it from here and discuss what you guys know. You know, we lost two in the NBA this week. Yeah. So
he's at my house.
With you.
And I took him off because I was
we hearing out Mondale.
She texted me. She said that they locked her out.
Okay. Nitty, what's your feelings on this? I want to give a moment of silence after we talk about it, but what's it's very rare you see something, two so close together.
Back to back.
Like I said, I like to offer my our condolences to the family. This is a difficult time. Brandon Clark, I still won't, discuss over the airwaves out of respect for his family. I won't discuss, the particulars in his situation. Jason Collins, he was the first. I thought he was the second, but they say he's the first openly gay person to admit that he was gay in the NBA. And he died of a brain tumor, from what I'm hearing. And he had been fighting for a while. And, he also, matter of fact, he was one of the first ones that I seen that was twins. And I'm saying, when I started watching basketball, twins, he got his brother Jaren. They both made it to the NBA.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'd like to give my condolences.
Yes.
And Jason, you fought the good fight. Now get your rest.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I just think it's just sad that we're losing our youth at a young age today. It's senseless, but things do happen. I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
And they both were great players. One was 29, and the other one was 47. So, and to make it so bad, it was like 1 day apart from each other. So
Yeah.
it just comes and goes. My shout out to the family, and I'm praying for their strength, and I'm praying everything goes well, smooth transition for everybody in their family, in their families.
Amen. Thank you, Ralph Buck. And so we'll do a moment of silence really quickly for them, as we always do. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. And always, just like you said, Hayes, I mean, and everybody, I'm sorry, but it's just a lesson for all of us. You got to live every day um, like it's your last. Find a reason to smile every day, because you just don't know when your number's going to be called.
Absolutely.
Don't spend a whole day being upset about something you can't control. Find a reason to smile, put on your favorite part of your favorite show, and find a reason to laugh and smile every day. Nothing is ever that bad.
No.
So it's just an end of, once again, and again, they leave behind great legacies. And from us here as a family and about that business, we definitely send our condolences to the families of both of these men. Yep. So, what y'all hearing out in those streets? Somebody got fired, didn't they? 76ers,
Daryl Morey.
happened.
Or
I'm gonna let
Who?
who was that?
Daryl Morey.
Oh yeah.
He worked in the front office. Let's just say that. Because ain't no telling, you know what I mean? But again, it was time for him to go with the 76ers. Anytime you do your you have your analytics and everything, most of your analytics is, you going by that. I'm hearing that was the last straw when he walked up to him afterwards and was like, "See, we really didn't lose. We won, but at the same time, y'all were going home, and that team, New York Knicks, they brought out the broom,
Yeah.
and then the way that it happened. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody know that Philadelphia 76ers is a rough town, sports town. They got a lot of pride with their sports team. Now, if you watch the last game, they actually was leaving the stadium. No, matter of fact, let me back that up. It was a New York takeover.
That's what it was.
You know what I'm saying? The New York took over. I mean, the fans was loud. They had more New York fans in the arena than they did Philadelphia 76. And for him to come up there and try to say that, in actuality they won when in actuality they lost, that shows that he was out of touch with himself, and he was going by the analytics instead of, I mean, the proof was in the pudding when it comes to the game. But I've been running my mouth long enough. Rough up, what you see about the situation?
I think what it is, when he said they won, I mean, they went further than they should have gone, and that's why they won. But they really lost, like you said, they got swept. But it's unfortunate that anybody has to lose a job over that. But hey, if you're not doing what you have to do to maintain the respect of the game and your team, you gotta do that. And plus, they had injuries too. Embiid couldn't stay healthy. He's always poor fellow, always falling down. So I mean, it was just a matter of time because Maxey couldn't do it by himself. He couldn't do it by himself. So you know, I just think that Philadelphia's going to be all right. After this draft, and I think they're going to get some players. I think they will. So.
Well, with another thing that he made the bonehead move and invest a lot of the cap space into investing a lot of the two players.
Right.
Embiid, I mean, I thought that Phillies was going to be in the stand with milk cartons told them to Paul George pictures in it because he like seemed to disappear during the playoffs
Yeah.
and had the nerve to try to go by the name Playoff P. But also, I would have to fault Philadelphia 76ers ownership. And I'll tell you why. Because my philosophy is if it ain't broke, don't try to fix
There you go.
it. And you had a guy that played in the NBA for years, so he knows what it's like to be on that floor. And by the name of Elton Brand.
Yep.
Now, why would you remove Elton Brand from his post and replace him with Daryl Morey? I don't know. Actually, I do. Daryl Morey, he did have a winning combination. He did bring Houston back to life. A lot of people don't remember that he came from Houston.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's different climate, different situation, and I think he, they they put their eggs in, two eggs in the basket, and you can't do that.
You know,
You know,
I just sit back and think like, you have talent like that on your team, and plus, you Philadelphia and major cities like New York, Philadelphia, places like that, they have a high expectation of winners, and if you don't win, the crowd's gonna let you know. They're gonna let you know for real. So I just think that he was catching a lot of heat, and the owners and everybody else couldn't take it no more. They said we gotta make a change. It's gonna start today.
well, that in itself, and then like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna reiterate what I said, and I'm gonna stand on it. PG haven't been the same since
Indiana.
he left the Pacers. Since he left the Pacers for the bag.
Yep.
Now, what I say to that is what people got to realize is when you have a team like the Pacers had,
Yep.
you you were supposed to let it run its course. Now, I might not agree with Miles Turner going. He's the same thing, and then he's learning a hard lesson in Milwaukee. And they still got 2 more years to deal with him at least, and a chance for a third option. But back to what I was saying with PG, they had. I mean, they had a nice squad. And
Yeah.
for him to leave for the bag, what I'm saying? Sometimes this is what people got to realize. Sometimes the bag ain't everything, you know,
Right.
and the bag ain't everything, and it don't solve everything. So, you left there, you went to Oklahoma, um, then went to the Clippers, LA,
Yep.
and now you back in the East with the 76ers, but you haven't um you haven't fulfilled your obligation as far as the type of players and the type of money that you're demanding. And another thing, though, that I want to touch bases on, and I want is the fact that he also developed. I don't know how long he had been going through it, struggling with it, but he has mental issues, and that's the reason why he was taking medication and didn't clear it with the NBA doctors, and that's why he got suspended.
Well,
Now, I'm not knocking him for mental health. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is, like I said last show, mental health is real.
it is.
And a lot of people think that all the glitz and glamour when you're in the NBA and everything, and I mean it's hard on you. I mean, think about how many restrooms that different restrooms that you use through the course of the year. Think of how many times you're at the beck and call for the fans. Think of how long that, I mean, all that tied up into 82 games.
Yep.
That wears and tear on you. You know what I mean? Mentally, and that's what a lot of people don't feel. And it's a lot more people that has mental health problems in the NBA than you realize. I mean, they could be, they could be having a bad game, and it has the domino effect into the other game, and then you go to the other game, and it's like the domino effect, and you're still struggling.
You
A
know,
lot of, go ahead.
I'm kind of curious about that because back in the good old days, like the '80s and '90s basketball, you didn't hear about no mental health problems in NBA. So I'm just trying to figure out how did it become so popular now? Is it more pressure because they're getting more exposure than what they did back in the '80s and '90s?
Um, it's a little bit of both.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit of both. The Back in the '80s, we weren't up on it medically as we are now. That has a lot to do with it, you know what I mean? Because you got to stop and think. If I give the prisoners the example.
Okay.
No, matter of fact, I'm not gonna go there. I give our neighborhood, for example.
Okay.
Back, let's just say back in like maybe '03, '04, might even have been like '08, '09. They said like 60, 64% of our neighborhood died. You know what I mean by
Right.
um 64% of our guys suffer from mental health. And what makes it so bad, it goes undiagnosed. You remember back in the day when uh they had a lot of back in the day they was like, man, what are you doing going to see a shrink?
Yeah.
People in the hood, we don't do shrinks, we don't do doctors,
Yeah. We just figure it out.
which is in what I think is that is the wrong way to go about it. Put it that way,
Right.
because for the simple fact that I done seen a shrink
Yeah. Me too.
dealing with situations, and it helped me, but even before I went and seen the doctor. Let me put it that way.
Mhm.
But anyway, um, me going to I always study behavior, because the behavior can tell you a lot about a person. I mean, even when I studied behavior and I wasn't even in school, and
Right.
some of the jobs I had, it called for me to study a little bit about behaviors, different things, and everything when it comes to the mental health issues. And the fact that we, the fact that we as society used to be frowned upon if you go to the doctor. Since then, it's gotten better, and a lot of people, they learn how to take their pride aside, and basically they have um, they have they've been having
Well, that's a pretty interesting view because the only thing I could think of is that, like I said, the way we have modern technology today, you can analyze a player with a scan and know what he's going through. Or, I mean, it's unfortunate they have to go through that. I just kind of wonder if it's the fact it's a peer pressure for any sport they play because they know they got to be out there and be the best at all times. And plus, like you said, 82 games, they're away from home, they're going to different cities, away from their families. And you kind of wonder what they got going on at home, or you trying to play your game here to make this money. So I just think that a lot of things factor into today's world of mental health, and which is real. I mean, you've got tennis players out here who's saying it. You've got basketball players. You've got anybody out there saying it. So I just think the modern technology is catching a lot of things.
yep. and we are aware of a lot more.
Yeah, and and the funny thing about it is they respect the players now for stepping up saying that than they would back in the day saying we're gonna go see a shrink. They respect it now because they're taking care of their body, trying to control their lives. So I just think that's it's a great start to a better resolve for the issues.
Now we gonna enough about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Philadelphia, they I'm wondering where they're gonna go. Are they gonna give Elton Brand his position back? He gonna take it back? Um, where do you think that they go from here as far as player personnel?
I don't think Elvin Brand will want that job back. That's me personally thinking that because he's been true to them for a long time. He even played for them, and I just think that he's gonna go elsewhere. He's gonna go elsewhere, and somebody's gonna get him because they've seen what he has done. They've seen all his accolades, and it's kind of wrong how they get him too in Philadelphia. By the way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just think that I don't foresee him going back there.
Okay. Well, that being said, what do you? I know. Come on, man. You got to pop your collar about the Knicks too. I want to hear what you guys say about the Knicks.
Hey man, look, them boys came out. They're focused. They got these guys playing all cylinders. You got the bench to score. Because what's so funny? When Thibodeau had them last year, they were tired. Them boys were tired. So now Mike Brown said, hey, we got a bench over here. We're going to put these players, you should put the right people in the right places. Man, you got Miguel Bridges, and you got Hart, you got, oh boy, Jalen Brunson. They all went to school together in Connecticut.
Mm-hmm.
And so now when you do that, now you're looking at Cat Townsend. And I call my man the junkyard dog, Robinson, come off that bench. That dude, I call him the junkyard dog. And this is they got OG. They got a bench over there, a team. And I just think it's gonna be very hard to beat them boys. I mean, they're averaging about 130 points a game. So you gotta look at what they're doing. I mean, Mike Brown might become the president in New York, man. Mayor, governor. If he pulls this off, boy, it's gonna be something to see.
Yeah, because I mean, it starts from Mike Brown
Yes.
on down, and also he has a few things with like he's come down from the front office, and that's Jalen Brunson's dad, Rick.
Yep.
And he also brings a toughness to that.
He played in the Knicks back in the day. You know that, right?
Yeah, and you can't coach it. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny because David Brunson was drafted by the 76ers, and he also was cut by the 76ers.
See how it comes around full circle?
Yeah. And so, that's kind of funny with me. You know what I mean? But also with the situation, like I said, we got to go back to Hart. Hart, to me, I mean, his last name says it all, even though it's spelled different. I mean, Hart, to me, I mean, you can put that man defensively, that's another dog.
Yeah, he's
another dog. You could put him any position on just about any position on the floor he can go.
But see, he got to watch out for his fouls. He gets in foul trouble quickly. Him and Cat get in foul trouble, so they got to watch that.
Yeah, but the thing is, with him is he's always in the foul trouble when you play big. If you ever know.
Yeah.
I mean, but then you got Clarkson. You got a few more other people, like you said, that player Shepard. You got a few more other that's on the bench. Again, Mr. Happy that I'm at the house. Avocado something.
That boy's tough, man. I'm loving everything I see.
And hey, like I said, I'm a Pacers fan and I'm loving. You know what I mean? So, but I'm gonna go back. We're gonna pivot to the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the
Spurs.
Spurs. I mean, what can you say now? Here you go with another coach out of, to me, it's out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing about that. Man, they picked the right player in Wemby. Now they're building around him, and you see what he's doing out there. Now, it's unfortunate he got that flagrant 2 call on him. I mean, he's been in the league for long. He's been playing basketball for a long time, so he should know what to do and what not to do. Because I don't want to hear that excuse about, he may not know. Like, man, come on, this dude been playing since he was like 14 years old in the pros over there in France. Him and Gobert. So
Gobert.
Yep.
What's that guy to play for the Lakers? Luka. I know.
Well, but I don't think. Yeah, well, Lucas, I don't think he's from France at all.
Yeah, but I'm saying, as far as his experience playing pro ball.
Oh yeah. He's
wherever he's from. He played pro ball at the age of 15.
Right.
And I mean, another player that started young, Giannis.
Joker. Yep, Giannis. Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah. So they but at the same time, the way he responded, I mean, you couldn't ask for nobody to come back because he knew he messed up. He owed it to his team to have a game that he had. I mean, and I'm gonna tell you, I seen some frustration on somebody's face out there that he was tired, and he shot tired shots, and you could just see the stress on him dealing with Wemby coming back. That was Julius Randle.
Yeah, see, that's another person. I'm glad you brought his name up. So I'm glad Knicks got rid of him. That dude stays hurt. He don't show up in big games. Throughout this series, he has not done too much of anything. I'm not for sure if it's just because Wemby's in that a big tree in the middle and swatting everything, because that's something to think about when you go to that hole. Is my shot gonna get blocked, or how are we gonna do this? So, in that game, I seen Wemby do some things. I was like, oh man, do a little pump fake with the ball and then passing it off. I said, man, yeah. I said, oh, he's clowning out there. I seen that. So I just think that, man, the Spurs are on an uprise. I'm telling you right now, that's going to be a force to reckon with. And if they do make it past Minnesota, I really think that Kansas is going to give them a run for their money, for real. Because them boys running gun in Kansas. OKC, I'm sorry. Yeah. They run a gun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is, though, they're basically the same team, but minus Wemby.
Yeah.
You look at it. And the thing is, that's going to be distracting. And the Spurs had their number this season. So, OKC, I mean, that's like the Spurs are their kryptonite.
But was Chet Holmgren playing back then when we got him? Because I think he hurt a little bit this season.
Some of it, I want to say some of the games he played, some of the games he didn't.
Yeah.
But like
that's a well-oiled machine over there.
That's going to be a box office. But back to the Spurs.
Yeah.
And Spurs in Minnesota, I got one question.
What's that?
Do you think Anthony Edwards is staying in Minnesota?
I think he will. He's a franchise. They're going to have to get some other people, around him that's gonna like how they do with OKC. They got to get people around him, so he can go ahead and show more of his skills, in the long run. Because like I said, he's just known to score. But if he can just dish the ball off or take it, and get a couple rebounds in there, he's gonna be great. So I think he's gonna stay in Minnesota. I really do believe so.
Yeah, but my whole thing is they thought Kevin Garnett was going to stay in Minnesota too.
Well, sometimes that money do be calling you though.
it really wasn't the money that the reason why he left.
No,
Really,
it wasn't.
he left because he seen something in Boston that he didn't have, and upper management, and uh, he didn't have no help. He
But
didn't have
see,
no help. He did all he could.
yeah, but see, but he had Michael Redd back then. Remember?
Yeah,
Yeah, Michael Redd. Who else did they have on that team? Oh, man, I'm drawing a blank right now. But Michael Redd was a 3-point shooting machine. But in Boston, man, how could you pass that up?
okay.
You've got Paul Pierce, Kevin Durant. I mean, not Durant, but Garnett.
Kevin
And
Durant, Ray Allen,
yeah, Ray Allen. See what I'm saying? I mean, they had what's his old boy's name from Kentucky?
Rondo,
Yeah, Rondo. That's it. Yeah, I mean that was a squad, man. You couldn't do nothing with them. They couldn't do nothing with them boys.
Big Baby Davis, Hurt.
Perk, yep. Both of them, yep.
They were stacked, But and I also one thing about Minnesota this season, they missing their Swiss Army knife. They missing their dog.
Yeah,
He made it a lot easier for Daniel
yeah.
coming off the bench. And so, they had. He had. When he went down. Now that I brought that up,
Mhm.
do you think anything? Because I don't really. I'm not a real superstitious person, but it's kind of odd that every time a play. Well, I ain't gonna say every time, but a lot of players, like 4 players in a row, wearing the number 0,
Yes.
torn ACL. I
Yep.
mean, that's just. That's.
Well,
When I seen Dimatico go down,
yeah. Tate went down. Yeah.
Lillard,
Lillard, yeah, he went down. Um, like I said, you said Tatum, he went down. Uh, what's his name? For Indiana, what's his name?
Halliburton.
Halliburton, he went down. I'm trying to think of the fourth one. Uh,
I can't think of it right now either.
but yeah, they went down. I was like, man, what is really going on? It must be that number.
Yeah,
It's got to be that number. It's got to be that number because that was too far fetched for me to realize what was really going on. Because I'm like, man, the Knicks gonna have a chance to beat Boston. Oh, here we go. And the Indiana Pacers gave us a run for their money. Of course, that's when you've seen them go and advance to the championship. But man, that was something. I won't lie to you. That was weird. I got to think of the fourth person. But
You'll think of it in a minute. Now we're gonna pivot to. Now I'm drawing. That's crazy.
Now, hey, let's talk about. Hey, what do you think about the Cleveland Cavaliers and Detroit Pistons? What do you think about that?
That's where I was going.
Okay, I read your mind, baby. I read your mind.
Shoot, hey, good save.
Yeah. Hey, but I'm thinking about this, man. Detroit, they had it, and they ran out of gas, and Cleveland came through. Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, they came through in the clutch for him, and I'm thinking like, oh, here we go. Now it was an iffy call during half, before the fourth quarter ended. You're going to overtime, but I think the referees set a tone for the game, but then when it comes down to the last few minutes, they let them play. That's what I really think. I've been noticing that.
Yeah. Yeah, they they was missing somebody too. Detroit was. I'm trying to think, who they was missing.
Right.
But they was missing a player. That's why that Jenkins guy was playing. He did an excellent job. He did all he could But
Yeah.
I mean, they, like I said, they had it. But again, that's where you go from the experience.
Yeah.
You can't, I mean, 'cause I can't say enough about James Harden.
No. James Harden, I'm very surprised he's showing out this time because usually he don't do that. He comes up missing.
Yeah,
He comes up missing. So I'm very surprised he's rolling with the punches. I guess he said, in an interview he said he only had 2 months to play with this team, and hey, they're doing pretty good with him.
yeah. And then, you know, fighter, Donovan,
Donovan Mitchell. Yeah.
you know, I mean, they battle tested. So
Yeah.
they
And
battle,
plus Detroit's still young. They have a lot more way to go to get to their final destination. I mean, those are young guys out there. They just don't have the experience like the Donovan Mitchell and James Harden to know what to do in crunch time situations. You know, and it's gonna come with growth. It's gonna come with growth. And but I think Detroit's gonna be really good because they have some young guys that can run.
oh, yep. I agree with him. I agree 100%. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They ain't out yet.
No, they're not. They're not. But
Yet
it's gonna be something. They're gonna be scrappy tonight, or they don't play tonight, do it? No,
tomorrow.
they play tomorrow. But there's supposed to be a game on tonight.
I didn't see no games on tonight because
Oh, okay.
one thing about ESPN has a special. They're releasing the NFL schedule.
Yes, I can't wait for that. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you mentioned that. Hey,
Yep.
I'm excited.
Matter of fact, it's on right now.
Okay.
But
Oh yeah, they're showing. Yeah, I see it right now. But yeah,
I would say it like this too. It's going on right now with the it's going on right now with the NFL draft. I mean the scheduling,
right.
but then it's back at it tomorrow with the NBA. And so, what's your predictions coming up?
Well,
Game.
I think that I kind of took it. One of the I'm in part of Buffalo Bills Mafia group, and they leaked the schedule out already, but I don't know how that's going to hold true. But so far we have, I think they said playing against Kansas City on Christmas. Well, Thanksgiving, and then I think on Christmas, I forgot who we're playing. I forgot who they said they were going to play, but because we got that new stadium that's opening up this year, and I can't wait to go up there and see because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be right there in the crowd looking crazy. But
Hey, you gonna have to we have to figure something out, and we got to do a special report from Bill's Mafia.
I will do it. I will definitely do it.
We got to do that.
Oh yeah, them boys are wild out there. And it's funny because every time I go to the airport, somebody that sees me wearing my gear, they'll say, "Go Bills." That's the catchphrase. Go Bills, and then you'll know. And you say it right back. Go Bills. So I look forward to it.
That's cool. So what drew you to the Buffalo Bills? And you from? I mean, I thought you would be a Saints fan.
Nah, man, believe it or not, when I was younger, man, I was born in Mississippi. And at 3, we moved to Buffalo, in New York. And so when they had O.J. Simpson, they had the Electric Company, they had Joe Ferguson, all those guys, And I was like, and they had Jerry Butler as a wide receiver. So I liked them. I loved it. Ever since then, I've been rocking with them. So, my dad used to go to the football games, and hey, that was the highlight of my life right there, going to the game. At first, it was called the Rock Pile because they played at War Memorial Stadium. So in '73, they moved to the new stadium, Rich Stadium. Then from time on, they moved the name to, the Ralph, New Era, all that. So it's just been something, and the crowd is. I think we got the best fans in the league. I think we do.
That's definitely unique. Now, I also wanted to ask you, how old were you when you attended your first Buffalo Bills game?
I think I might have been like about maybe about 10 or 11, somewhere around there. I remember we went to one game. It was snowing so hard out there, boy. It was cold. We played against the Raiders, and it was man, it was cold. You know,
Yeah.
and boy, I tell you, it gets with the stadium they have, the wind when you're inside that stadium, the wind whirls in there, and they feel good on the outside. But as soon as you get inside that stadium, that wind is circling through that stadium. I said, man, this. Cause the last time I was up at that stadium was in 20, about 2022 maybe. I went to go see the Pittsburgh Steelers play, and that was pretty good. Then I travel to go see them play all the time, so I know we have a game in Houston, and I'm gonna try my best to go to that game because it's only 4 hours from Houston. So I'm gonna try to go to that, and we have a game out there in Las Vegas, and then we have the Rams we play against. So, and I got the decisions to make, so I gotta see it.
Now, I wanted to touch on that stadium. Now, is that y'all gonna start playing indoors, or they gonna keep it outdoors?
It's an outdoor stadium. Matter of fact, you know how you know how. Have you seen the game where they played in Ireland?
No, I didn't get a chance to pick that game.
Well, the stadium it's like almost like a dome over it, but it's open in the middle, and it's gonna cut down on the wind. It's gonna get loud up in there because they got state of the art equipment for sound. It's gonna look good. Man. I've been watching how they're developing it, and it's gonna be something. It's over 2.1 billion. This gotta be great.
Now, I'm glad I got you on here to discuss the Buffalo Bills because I had one question that I heard, but I didn't ever get it confirmed. Now, is it true or false? Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter are on the ownership team.
That's true. That's very true. They've been with them for about maybe a year or two now.
Yeah.
So they're in there. I was like, man, Buffalo's getting recognition. What's going on around here? You know. So yeah, they're part orange. They're in the mix.
Mm-hmm.
And it baffles me. How you got somebody playing the NBA going to sit there and know something about football like this?
They don't. I mean, they know a little bit about something, but at the same time, I mean, you got to stop and think. Those are two of the well-off former NBA players.
Right.
If you stop and think, because I mean, Tracy McGrady got investments. I mean, and Vince Carter. Vince Carter.
Yeah.
So he's still getting a percentage every time they show one of his dunks.
Hey, but you know what though? They both played in Toronto, so why it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
They both played in Toronto. Toronto's not that far from Buffalo, so it's like we're over the bridge. So I just think that's going to be something different, but I don't know, man. You know what makes it so special with these guys in Buffalo that it just keeps you going, man. You got people like Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed, Bruce Smith, Daryl Talley, Cornelius Bennett, those guys, man, those guys. And I can't forget Lofton.
Mm-hmm.
I can't forget Lofton. So those guys, man, they make the team. They made the team what it was.
Yeah.
So now you got Josh Allen, the super quarterback, and we got James Cook, the running back who won the title last year for Russia. Our wide receiver room can do a little bit better, but we're getting that together. And our defense is coming on strong, so it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. What about the Colts? What you think about them this year? What you think?
A full season with Indiana Jones.
Hey, if he can stay healthy, you got it.
But I will say this too. Like I said, don't be surprised if they have to make a move, Riley Leonard has a season in. He's not a rookie,
Right.
so he has a lot of quality that Daniel Jones don't have. He's more athletic than Daniel Jones.
So what you guys do with Richardson?
We haven't did anything with him yet,
Okay.
and from what I'm hearing, he's showing out right now.
Okay. That's good for him because, like I said, he's about ready to be out the league, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but well, one thing for sure. See, I think that I'm gonna have to talk to the coaching staff because you got Richardson is one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league.
Yep.
One of them. I mean, like he's probably in the top 16. But put him at the Wildcat, or you could put heck, we could put our I forgot the dude's name from Penn State. We could put him at quarterback, have him
Yeah.
throw to Richard or pass it off to Richard. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so many things that we can do with Richard. So so I'm like, we can do. I mean, people don't want to give us our props, but
Hey,
nobody want to see the coach when Daniel Jones is playing.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. When he got hurt, I said, "There go their season." Because that dude, him and Taylor, they was getting it.
Yep.
They were getting it. And Pittman, they were throwing to him, making moves. So I said, and the defense wasn't bad at all. They did it, man. I was scared of them. I was like, man, I hope Buffalo got to play them. And when he got hurt, I was like, oh, it's over with.
Yeah, so but like I said, I think Riley Leonard, now that he got a season in, that he's going to. I ain't gonna say he's gonna come out, bombing on people and do that, but he's gonna surprise a lot of people because you have a lot of people out there. They look at football, they don't watch it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you have people like that. You have people they watch, they look at it and they don't see what I see. They don't have the eyes that we have. That's why it's real. That's why I'm so glad that we have the podcast about that business because what our lens is different.
Yeah.
We may not agree, and we may got King Troll J Buck, but
hey, man, shout out to them guys. Their presence is missed, but hey, you have to roll with the punches, man. Still maintain that business attitude. So, hey,
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But with that being said,
yes, sir.
I'm gonna put it to you like this: we got a lot of things. I want to talk to the people for a second. We got a lot of things coming up. That we got pretty soon. We got interviews coming up. We got the interviews where you get to know the host, and we're starting off with the crazy man himself, Buckeye Bill. And Buckeye Bill, I know you got a steam wiper in your hand, enjoying yourself. Be safe out there. Don't party too hard. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely respect the fact that your daughter is graduating. Congratulations. Oh yeah, by the way, tell your son congratulations.
Will do.
And that Blue Nitty said, keep doing your thing, stay focused, and get that bag.
Will do.
Now, I wanted to ask you,
okay,
when he go to school, what is his major going to be?
Well, he wanted to do digital animation. That's what he wanted to do. Man, that boy loves to draw. He could get on the computer, make things. He's taking classes the robotics classes and things like that to get a good head of himself. So I hopefully think that he will make his way with that. I'm just praying. But he's going to do it because that boy is too smart to be just sitting around doing nothing.
Now, with that being said, I'm sorry, Ladybug. With that being said, what college is he going to?
Well, he hasn't decided yet. And I told him, I said, man, you gotta make your mind up what you're gonna do, you know. But if he doesn't, you know, hey, it may not be for him right now, you know, but later on down the line when he settles down and get that knowledge of everything, you know, I'm pretty sure he'll try to attack it again. So I just got to talk to him again and see what his plans are.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could always use the freelance. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
we could always, hey, we could always, especially, once we take over ESPN slot, we
That's right.
we'll have a bag for him.
Yeah, hey, you know what? It's funny, man, because what I did was in 1994, man, I joined the Air Force and I made a career. I did a 17-year career until I got hurt. They wouldn't let me finish the last three. But I'm telling you, man, the military is not that bad at, as far as you can still get your education in there. You get a
Yeah.
chance to travel around the world and see different things that you would never think you'd see in places you've never been. So, I mean, it got real to me. I went to when 9/11 kicked off.
Mm-hmm.
I was over there, and that got real. So, like I said, man, it's just about experiences. You get the chance to meet a lot of people from different places. You make friends everywhere you go, and I can pretty much bet you I have a friend in every state.
From what your homeboy said, yeah, you make friends real good.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm gonna try to get him to come on this show, man, so we can talk about it.
What you say his name was?
His name is Ansar Elamine.
Run that
Yeah.
by me again.
Ansar Elamine.
Well, once again, I'm gonna apologize to our lovely producer,
Yeah.
Antoine Elamine,
Ansar. Yep.
Ansar Elamine.
Yep.
We want you to come on the show. Blue Nitty is inviting you to come on the show. If you don't come on the show, you can at least get in the chat. We'd love to talk to you. And like, I already touched bases with you, so I already know how you come.
Yep.
So I know that you got more stories in store.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. You
So
got a lot for me, I tell you that.
now I will say this. You have to keep it PG-13.
Yeah. We're gonna do that.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, man, it's it's about that time, man. I'm glad you came on to hold it down with me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, man. I ain't gonna let you down. Now next week I probably won't be here because I'm going to that graduation.
Now y'all heard it first.
Yep.
Rough Buck will not be here for all you that tune in for Rough Buck. He won't be
Amen.
here next week, but y'all can still tune in.
Yeah.
Because I still be here holding it down. But yes, sir. You know what I mean?
I appreciate y'all so much.
No, we appreciate you. A lot of people don't know, what I'm saying. And I will say this, like I said, we're gonna be starting our interviews.
Right.
And if you want to know anything about Rough Buck, tune in, and I will give you a heads up when it's time for him to do his interview.
Oh boy, they're gonna be in for. Hey, I'm only gonna tell them to do is buckle up and hang on and go for the ride.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So we got interviews, we got other interviews. We're talking about I don't know what other interviews we got in store because I mean, Lady Buck keep that kind of close to
Right.
her sleeve. You know what I mean? She'll bring us on and let us know and everything, and but like I said, hey folks, tune in, tune in, tune in. That's all I can say. I mean, because it's a whole vibe when you're dealing with about that business and the crew.
Yeah.
So we would love to have you on. If not, like, comment, share, subscribe. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get up off of here. So peace and
And so. All right.
Synesthetic. 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 Synesthetic.
I'm trying to win my team a championship. I'm trying to win my team a championship. Let's go. Trying to win my team a championship. We all in the game, trying to get us some ranks and ball in the paint. Should I do what you can? Hey, Block is the name, BMG is the guy. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, yeah, but we working. Hey, practice make perfect. Hey, practice make perfect. Trying to win my team a championship. Yeah, and we score every chance that we get. Take advantage of handles, it's all in the wrist. Got shooters on the squad. Perfect aiming up Swiss. Got shooters on the squad. Trying to win my team a championship. Everybody is playing their roles. They watch how I pose. I pick it.